They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the truth. Hands in the air for the ones who carry the proof. Yeah. Grandma's hands, cocoa brown, turning collars into crown. Kitchen stories, hush, hush, pain, turn that sugar out of blank. Gold hoops knock on bedroom wall, Kente print on Sunday shawl. Say my name in every prayer, big like smoking southern air. Blacker the berry, bigger the crown. We rise up slow, but we don't bow down. From black hair, black roots in the ground, to the base of our hearts, that heavy sound. Blacker the berry, sing it out loud. Every shade, every scar, so proud. If they ever try to write us out, we incarnate with the anthem now.
Yeah, we on. Pop a cork, set the scene. Gold glass, big dreams. Little hood, still pristine. Laugh lines where lipstick sheen. Secrets fizz when we sit down. High heels, low-key crown. Spill tea, still hold it down. Toast up, level up now. Champagne secrets, sip, save it, spill it. Grown and sexy, talk that talk, but we are when we feel it. Champagne and power, glow in the midnight hour. Little hood, whole lot of class, we gon' cry and laugh louder.
Slow pour, let it rise. Real talk, no disguise. Bad days, but we still thrive. Soft heart, hard-earned pride. I'm in a big bag, big piece too. Pray first, then make move. I'm blessed, self-love in every view. Hit play, it's a new you. I'm chosen.
Champagne secret, sip, save it, spill it. Grown and sexy, talk that talk, but we are when we feel it. I'm healed. Champagne and power, glow in the midnight hour. Little hood, whole lot of class, we gon' cry and laugh louder. Picking down, move right. Deep breath, slow sound, champagne. Secrets out now, I'm ready. Picking down, move right. Perfecto, now champagne. Secrets out now, I'm ready.
Hey girl,
Hey girl,
what you doing?
nothing much.
Get dressed.
For why?
Because we're going to the city. I need a little sip, savor, and spill.
Let's toast.
What you got going on tonight?
Can't call it. Owning the night. What you getting into?
Empress down in the city tonight. I'm feeling like champagne.
Let's toast.
The content you are about to indulge in may contain high levels of truth, sarcasm, and emotional damage. Viewer discretion is advised, but honestly, you clicked, so here we are.
Side effects of watching may include sudden clarity about your life choices, uncontrollable laughter at inappropriate moments, mild to severe eye rolling at ignorant comments in the chat, increased confidence, boldness, and I said what I said energy, or getting read like a hardcover novel with highlighted notes. Your bad take being turned into tonight's entertainment. A free personality evaluation you didn't ask for, but clearly needed, and temporary embarrassment followed by permanent self-reflection, optional, but recommended. Do not consume if you are allergic to accountability, growth, hearing the truth without sugarcoating. If symptoms of being triggered persist, log off, hydrate, and try again tomorrow. By continuing to watch, you agree that your feelings may or may not be spared, and that's between you and your Wi-Fi.
Management will not be issuing apologies, refunds, or emotional support for bruised ego.
We do not argue here. We educate, escalate, and occasionally decorate the situation with a little razzle-dazzle, respectfully.
Stay classy, stay sassy, and remember, if it don't apply, let it fly.
Either way, the glass stay full and the tea stay hot. You either handle it or get handled. Can you handle it? Let's toast.
Silk on my skin.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! These motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! These motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! Everybody strap in! I'm about to open some fucking windows.
Champagne on my tongue, silk on my skin undone. You lean in, say my name like a secret, like a sin. Coconut glow on your collarbone, salt on your lips, I taste home. You say right, let the night decide. I slide in the passenger side.
Say what you want about Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Millennials.
Why do I get the feeling that Gen X is not going to like this?
The most deranged generation in recent times has been Gen X.
There it is.
There's something seriously wrong with them.
Wait, there's something wrong with Gen X? Have you told anybody else about this groundbreaking news?
Every Karen I've ever met has been a Gen X.
Every Karen may be Gen X, I'll give you that. But I've been around the younger generations like millennials. Y'all should be throwing pop rocks at glass beanie babies. You are Karens in training. We need a name for them. What's a millennial name that starts with K? Kayla. You Kaylas are Karens in training. And Gen X does not discriminate. A male Karen is Kevin. What's a millennial name that starts with K for a man? Kyle. You Kyles are Kevins in training.
They all need therapy, but somehow they don't believe in it.
No, we know we need therapy. The thing is, back when we were kids, we couldn't talk about stuff like that. But a lot of us are in therapy now and we're getting the help that we need. We are also some of the coolest people you will meet. We don't care where you're from, how much money you have. We will laugh at each other and with each other. Old school busting chops.
They all have a terrible relationship with food.
We maybe had a terrible relationship with our parents, but we were besties with food until food betrayed us. If you could taste Doritos, Chips Ahoy, Twinkies back in 1985, you would be asking yourself today what happened to them because they don't taste the same anymore. The original flavors went out for a pack of Marlboro Reds, never returned, and now we're stuck with these step foods.
What happened in the 70s besides that commercial that would play that's like, do you know where your children are? Shouldn't you know? Shouldn't you know where your children are?
Yeah, In a perfect world, they should know where their children are, but it was a different time. Parents today tell their kids, text me when you get there, text me the names of the kids who are there, and text me when you're coming home. Parents in the 80s, they said, bye.
First of all, little girl, not too much on us. Not too much. First of all, y'all generation is way too sensitive to have this conversation with us. Way too sensitive. Talking about deranged. There's something wrong with us. Baby, most of Gen X laughed when she said deranged. Baby, you would not even understand the definition of the word deranged. You wouldn't have even been able to survive in our era. Are you cool? Baby, we drunk water out of hose water. Listen. We drunk water out the hose. I'm talking about not a brand new one, baby. I'm talking about one that had probably sat all winter, spring, summer, fall of the last 3 years. We jumped off rusted fences onto dirty mattresses while eating crab apples, twisted our lip, hip, fingertip, toes, ankle, and knee, washed it off with the water hose because the water was healing, got up and tried it again, baby. We are not the same. We are not the same. Our parents had something in us called trust. They put a key around our neck while they was at work and told us, when you get home, let yourself in the house. The food is already made, and if it's not, there's food in there for you to warm up. Do your homework. Watch TV from this time to this time. Take a bath from this time to this time, and be in bed by this time. What time was we in bed? By the time they told us to be in bed. Matter of fact, by the time mama made it in from work, baby, we was already in the bed sleep. We are not the same. Talking about some deranged. Baby, please. Talking about they all need therapy. Y'all are our therapy. Y'all know what's wrong with most of Gen X? We remember a time when we had to use our brains. Everything to y'all comes easy. All you got to do is press a button and there it is. Majority of y'all are dumb. Dumb, delusional dingbats. That's what majority of y'all are. Y'all, first of all, y'all don't even write in cursive. We not the same. Don't argue with me. I'm not arguing with nobody that can't write in cursive. Please. Please. Baby, they are so unprepared for this conversation. Talking about some Gen X. Please go sit down and have 12 seats. We knew what it was to play outside without having to worry about dodging bullets. Hell, we rode in the back window as kids with no seatbelt. Hell, half the cars didn't have seatbelts in them anyway. And if they did, they didn't work. Y'all ain't ready for this doggone conversation. Please. Want to talk about some Gen X. Get off of us. Matter of fact, y'all do better to be more like us, because our generation was probably the best time because we had something called choice and freedom. Now, motherfucker, can you buy that? How about that? Y'all sure y'all ready for this conversation with some Gen X? We had libraries. Y'all wouldn't even know how to pick up a book or pick out one in a library. Please. Y'all got to go to school for y'all knowledge. We went to a book. Butterflies in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about science fairs where we damn near blew up the whole school trying to experiment with stuff. And they patted us on the back for it, baby. We are not the same. Get off Gen X. Till y'all grow a backbone. Till you can say it with your chest. Get up off us, because we is not the same, baby girl. We not the same. Y'all cry over a splinter. We went and found a tweezer and pulled it out. Baby, they removed our teeth with a string tied to a doorknob that they slammed. We are not the same. We not the same. We not the same. Y'all ready to get into this show? Before we get into David, y'all, we got to lighten the mood a little bit. That's why I had to play the little Gen X thing, because y'all, they trying to play with us. If you Gen X, I need you to throw some champagne glasses in. I'm a 76, baby. Proud. We are not the same. Majority of these fellas, you wouldn't even be able to. I'm sorry. I don't think on the same level as these little things that y'all call women these days. I'm sorry. We not the same. Not. But y'all, guess what? It is prom season. Once again. And I figured it would only be right if we take a look at some of the prom attire that some of the babies are coming forth in. And, you know, since right now we're demonetized for, you know, all of this inauthentic content, according to YouTube, I guess it won't matter if we play music, will it? Let's go. Oh, that's what happened. Can't get into prom season yet. We're going to do a whole video on that. What I decided to pull up instead, so there's a video that was going viral, and I want to say I saw it on Carlos King on YouTube, but this woman goes in to rob a gas station. Then she comes online to explain why she did what she did with no remorse, talking about she finna go do it again, and her son comes online to try to defend her. So we need to get into it, because y'all, I keep telling y'all, I don't, garbage pail kids, that's what they are, dumpster pals. We need to get into some more garbage pail kids and dumpster pals for our Jokers Wild before we get into our main story. Because some of this stuff you can't get rid of and make up. I'm trying to understand, like, really, why we don't just get rid of the guns. I'm a blade chick anyway, but I'm trying to understand why we just don't get rid of the guns when you got all these people struggling with mental health, demonic possession, don't know how to shoot. This is another reason why y'all not like Gen X. See, when Gen X went for a target, they got their target. Y'all hit everybody but your damn target. You don't know how to use a gun, load a gun, unload the gun, clean the gun. Y'all kill everybody in the house while y'all simply trying to clean the gun. We are not the same. Y'all want to talk about some Gen X, please. But let's get into this story so y'all can see what happened. So this is her walking into the gas station. You know, this Oompa Loompa right here, brandishing a weapon and pointing it. You can tell by the way she holding it. You can tell. Some people just got too much time and energy. Too much. What happens? Well, no, I can't even say that, because she probably didn't get this from a gun store. She probably got this from a ninja named Nuck Nuck on the corner 2 blocks away down the street under the overpass. It's probably where this gun probably got 23 bodies on it already from different people, because it's been sold so much. I'm not going to defend this. I don't give a damn what color she is. I'm not defending this behavior. Ignorance is as ignorance does. And it's time that we stop rewarding bad behavior because of the color of their skin. I don't give a damn what color you are. When you ignorant, you ignorant. Lights, camera, no action. Jail. Underneath the jail. There's no excuse for this. So you see her pulling the trigger.
Why big ass robbed the gas station, bro, for all the fucking snacks in the fucking store? Go sit that big ass down somewhere.
So it is, I jumped off the porch. I know y'all looking for me. I would like to report a crime, officer, the Maryland police. You're looking for me. It's me.
This simple dumbass smile makes me want to lock her ass up. Lock her up, throw away the key. Matter of fact, when you lock the hoe up, put her on a damn diet plan. Her punishment should be, she should have to walk hours on end on a damn treadmill. That should be the punishment. With food in front of her close enough where she can smell it, but not close enough that she can get to it. This the kind of punishment that she needs. You see this smile right here? And I know people in the comments, mental health is a hell of a thing. No, demonic possession is too. Because half of this stuff is just damn demonic.
shooting at the gas station. The Most High God, I just want you to know you have no authority over on my earth. Put your badges down.
Now she's God. See, this is why I be telling y'all. This is why you can't believe everybody that start talking about Lord, Lord, God, God. That's why. That's why. Do you not know that the Bible says that demons say the name and tremble? You not know that it said, so you can't believe that everybody that says the name God is of God. You ever heard of, so now they got this thing, it's a whole rabbit hole. They talk about mimics, and there's a lot of people who claim they've been in the house, and while they're in the house, they hear a voice or something that sounds like a relative of theirs that they know is not in the house with them, and they call it a mimic, right? A lot of what you see going on today is people mimicking God, but they not of God. They don't believe God. They don't follow God. They're not being instructed by God. They're not getting directions from God. Not my God. Now, it may be a God, but it's not the God that you're familiar with as God. And that's the problem. Because same way there's a big G, baby, there's a little G as well. And if you don't learn how to tell the difference, you're going to be in trouble.
I'm ready to rob something right now because I need money for gas because I'm going to go burn something down. I want you to know I don't buy things.
Get your big ass out there and get a job. You sitting in a car, there's DoorDash. No, this behavior does not get rewarded. I don't give a damn. I don't want to hear nothing about her past. I don't want to hear nothing about her childhood. I don't want to hear nothing about her parents. I don't want to hear nothing about upbringing, because at the end of the day, God gave us all something called choice. You have a choice in what you do when you walk out your house. You have a choice in what you do when you wake up in the morning. You have a choice. You going to rob a store is a choice. Then you want to try to do it in the name of God. Please. She ought to go under the jail just for that.
Everything I do, I walk in the store, I steal everything. I shot that man because he has a demon spirit and he laughed in my face and thought it was funny. I bet he ain't laughing now. Yeah, I'm of sound mind. Demons have you convinced that they have all the power and authority on this earth, and they have these pigs that uphold it and make you believe that they're so powerful. But if they're so powerful, then they should have no problem catching me, because I'm about to walk into a Starbucks. Hopefully I don't even have to pull out.
Hey, can we have a real conversation real quick? And some of y'all might not like this conversation, but I'll go with your mama, not me. Okay? At the end of the day, you can be as mad at the police as you want to be. But for the most of y'all, if y'all would stop breaking the law, you would stop seeing the police. How the hell you going to be mad at an officer for doing their job when you did what you thought was yours? If you bold enough to stand 10 toes down and do what you do, then be bold enough to stand 10 toes down and accept the responsibility and the consequence behind what you did. If you can't do that, then you are a coward. Now, we still want to have a conversation about the police is the problem, but we got people all over. The caramel macchiato crew, the mocha crew, the cream team. All y'all out here acting the ass, talking about defund the damn police because they doing their job, but y'all the ones acting the ass. So y'all should be able to go out, rob stores like she did, sticky icky somebody. You should be able to steal somebody's car. People working hours upon hours for the stuff that they have, and to try to hold on to the stuff that they built. And you think you can bring your big oompa loompa dumpy looking ass up in some place and steal it, and the police shouldn't be able to do nothing to you because they the trash? Do it make sense to you when I say it out loud? And I don't want to hear no dumb shit about no usual suspects. All of y'all are usual suspects. Hell, all this ignorance. We focused on the wrong stuff. That's why stuff like this is continuing to go on.
my gun and tell the person to give me some money so that I can go burn something down tonight. Something, maybe the power company, maybe DHS, something. You have no authority on my earth. I am the Most High God, the creator of this matrix, and you have no authority. My husband, Jesus, is here. I am of sound mind and body. I've been working myself up to this point, and I'm about to step into my power. You have no authority on my earth. Pigs.
I thought Jesus was God's son, not his husband. So now God is gay. Is that what we saying? Now God is gay. This the stuff I be talking about right here. But this is mental health. This is mental health. Jesus is her husband, but she's God. So God is now gay. Jesus is also homosexual. So I guess that explains a lot of what's going on right now, huh? But go off, sis. Let's go.
The badge down or go to hell. I should be easy to catch. It's 2026. Catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. Guess what I just did? I got $40. Thanks, Starbucks. And I'm gonna take this and I'm going to use it for something.
$40. Heifer, you could have went and sold some cootie cat for some damn $40. Ain't that the going rate for the cheap coochie these days? $40. You went and robbed a store. Hell, you could have made that in 4 hours doing DoorDash. Some $40. Can't make this up.
I am armed and dangerous. What are you gonna do? They're gonna try to convince you that I'm just crazy or that I'm lying and I'm not God.
To hell, I tell you, Father Locke. Matter of fact, underneath hell. Matter of fact, take the stairs to the left of hell, underneath it to where the fires of hell are formed at. Find a flaming pitchfork, sit on it and twitch type of to hell. She need to fry. Nah, she don't need to fry. She need to salad. That's what she need to do. She need to diet. That's what she don't need nothing fried. No, she don't need to fry. She maybe boil. Maybe boil, that would help.
I'm not God, then and I'm just crazy. You should have no problem apprehending your suspect. I don't have my mug shot yet, but I meant the camera shot of it, but I'm pretty sure they're going to put it in a news article. I am God of this earth. This is my planet, and you have no authority at all. Good day. So I had no idea when they told me that I can do whatever I want to do, and I didn't understand that, and they been told me that, but just the other day, like y'all seen me when I last made videos, I was having a breakdown.
Hey y'all, real quick. We was told in church God don't need no mattress. He fire all by himself, right? So I guess in 2026 he need a gun though. My bad, go off.
I was going through some type of change. Then all of a sudden I'm like, it's time. So I get up and I get the courage up. I walk into one store, I can't do it. So I'm like, because I'm about to rob somebody, because I'm about to go burn something tonight. Long story short, I can do whatever I want to do on this earth, and nobody has power or authority over me. Not the police, not anyone. And I'm going to show you that I'm God because they have no power over me. They can put bulletins, the FBI could be looking for me. When I'm done on my crime spree, they're going to be looking for me, for real.
Child, that crime spree ain't gonna last too long. She 583,000 pounds. Where's she going? She ain't even gonna be able to run. What's she gonna do? Skip away? She gonna roll away? She gonna bounce? How's she gonna get away? Talking about some crime spree. Girl, sit down. See, that's y'all problem. That is what's wrong with the world. Where's the memas at? Telling get yours somewhere and sit down. That's what she needs. You can tell the people in this world who didn't have any memas and big mamas and you can tell, because they ain't had nobody ever to sit your ass down. Say another damn word. I will slap 5 from your mouth. Say something else. I don't give a damn what y'all say. When we had parents disciplining us, the world was different. I ain't talking about y'all parents who went overboard and y'all wanted to almost crucify your kids. But when you had parents who disciplined you, you know, they told you what they was whooping you for, why they whooped you. And then turned around and told you this gonna hurt me more than it hurt you. Y'all, see, I keep telling y'all, Gen X is different. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all too sensitive for this conversation. Child, y'all parents try to discipline y'all. Y'all calling 911, 919, FBI, CIA. Oh my God, my mom hit me. How dare you? You need to be hit 12 times backwards and hit your ass again until you get some get right and act right in your system. Because clearly, get right and act right ain't seen some of y'all house in a very long time. Very. Now we're going to listen to the Oompa Loompa son talk.
Video. You may have seen it on the news. It's been going around lately. But that's actually my mom. And at first I was hurt when I found out this news. But at the same time, I don't think she's wrong. I just think she shot the wrong person.
So he dumb, delusional, ditzy, dingbat as well, right? See, this is what happens when you don't have fathers in the home. You have retarded ass women raising retarded ass men to think like retarded ass women. That's the problem. That's the problem. I know some of y'all women gonna get mad. You supposed to be a girl's girl. Shut the hell up. That's the problem. Y'all with all these damn terms and labels. Girls, girl, boys, boy. No, when you wrong, you wrong. And when you right, you right. Put all the damn labels aside and start calling stuff for what it is. Somebody gonna listen to his foolishness like, yeah, that's right. She shot the wrong person. It's the system. Well, if the system is broken, dumb diddy, then a bunch of y'all come together and create a new system. That's the whole point of the Matrix. But y'all don't get that. That's why I keep telling y'all ain't ready. See, Gen X read. We use books. Our movies had meanings. They weren't just for entertainment. The Matrix was all about creating systems. When one system was broken, you create another one to exist in. But no, we can't do that. Because we too busy arguing over, you're black. You're white. White people hate black people. Black people hate white people. Everybody shut the fuck up. Come to the table, sit down, because our kids are in trouble. That's the problem with Trump and Iran right now. Ain't nobody bold enough to come to the table and tell them, I don't give a damn who you think you are. Get y'all and sit your ass down at this table, Trump and whoever you think you are, and y'all stay here and figure this shit out until it's done. Hell, that's the moment to do like Marvin Sapp said, lock the damn door. Don't nobody get out of here till y'all figure this out. See, y'all ain't really ready for me. That's the problem. That's the problem. I talk too logical in the midst of bullshit. That's the problem. I'm sorry, if you expected to come to Champagne City and expected it to be an all-black space, I am sorry to bust your bubble. This is a space of critical thinkers and individuals who really want to see change. Let's continue.
Is biting you over and over and over again. You don't beg the mosquito to stop draining you. You don't beg the mosquito to stop biting you. No. With a quick and decisive hit, you kill and destroy the mosquito without even thinking about it twice. So how long are you going to keep begging the mosquito to stop biting you? And I guess this is the lesson she was trying to teach you, and this is the act on courage she took on to teach to the world.
Talking about a damn mosquito, and this girl 586,000 damn pounds. She can't even feel a damn mosquito bite. Goodness, y'all, oh Jesus. I just feel like this world is getting dumber and dumber in an effort to try to sound woke. Because somehow in his mind, that made sense. That the system is broke, so rob a gas station. Do it make sense to you when I say it out loud? The system is broke, so shoot the clerk at the gas station. The clerk at the gas station can't change laws, can't fix laws, can't break laws, can't change systems, can't establish systems, can't remove systems, can't upgrade systems, can't downgrade systems, can't change systems. The clerk at the gas station can't do shit but give you your gas. Unlock the gas so you can get gas and a few snacks while you at it. That's all a gas station can do. So what the hell do you mean mosquitoes? Y'all, I can't.
I also want to make this message very clear. I am not like the black men who preceded me. I will not sit by idly and watch the women I claim to love and the women who create me be used and abused without going to war for them. Black men, I don't
But you're sitting idly by against a brick wall with a phone in your hand doing just that. Y'all see how dumb we sound? In an effort to sound woke, I can't sit idly by. You're not saying that outside of a police station. You're not saying that outside of a governor's office. You're not saying that on a press conference. You're saying that sitting against a brick wall. So you're sitting idly by.
The women actually care that you didn't go to war. I think they care that you didn't go to war for them. Who gives a shit if you went to battle, if you fought? That means absolutely nothing. But you sat by idly as you watched every single one of the women inside your family be used and abused by the system, be dragged, be hated, be disrespected, and you zipped your lips and shut up.
Maybe they're used and abused and disrespected because they use others, they abuse others, and they're disrespectful. You ever think about that? You ever think about some of the problems with the system could be the individuals who are in the system? Not always the operators, but the entitled individuals who feel like you owe them something. We're in a generation now who feels like you owe it to them. Not they have to work for it. You owe it to them. See, do you know why Gen X is different and why we have a different mindset? Because we were taught this world don't owe you nothing. Everything in this world you're going to have to work for. Everybody in life is not going to like you. You have to be able to accept no and keep going until you get a yes. Y'all get no and y'all ready to blow up the whole family. Your girlfriends don't want y'all. Y'all ready to take them out. They can't live if they can't live with you. Come on now. No emotional control. No emotional EQ. Just jump on the bandwagon. Because it's mama, mama gotta be right. Let me bust your bubble real quick. Mama ain't right all the time. There's times I done had to admit to my kids, yeah, I was wrong on that one. That's maturity. When you can admit that you're wrong. When you can admit that you messed up. Now you got a son walking around delusional thinking that you were right because the system failed you. Not you failed the system. That woman probably done sat on her ass all her life and ain't did nothing. But the system failed you? Why? Because they cut your food stamps? Why? Because they cut your welfare check? But the system failed her? The system failed a lot of people. I just don't think she was one of them.
Mentality is deeply rooted in slavery. And I am not like the men who come before me.
Well, there y'all have it. Drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think about, as Niecy said, the Teletubby. Teletubby's gone wild. Let me know what you think about it. Drop in the comments and let me know. Let me know what you think the punishment should be for this behavior. Now, if you're ready, let's get into the main show, because now we got to get back into this autopsy report from Celeste, and I pulled up some other stuff I want us to get into too. So if you're ready, please make sure you have your glasses in your hand. Let's go.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help!
Here we go again.
What's going on, Champagne Gang? Thank you for joining me on today. Champagne Gang, Fizz Fam, confidants, and visitors to the Champagne City. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm the Empress, and you are joining me for grown discussions and bubbly banter. Baby, over here we give classy with a twist, huh? A little clink with chaos with a side of charm. So if you're ready to sip, savor, and spill, grab your favorite glass of bubbly. I don't care if it's sparkling water. Grab your charger. Make sure it's nice and close, because this gonna be a long one. Make sure you're nice and comfy. Fellas, your PJs. Ladies, your jammy jams. Kick your feet up in one of those Chase lounges. Say hi to a few people in the chat. If you're watching in the background, look to your left, look to your right. Say, hey, boo. And if nobody's sitting next to you, look at the screen, lift your glass in the air, because it's time for our positivity and our affirmations. Are you ready? Today we're talking about sip, observe, and respond. Tonight, you're not reacting to everything that moves. You're not rushing into opinions. You're not giving energy to every sound. You're not letting every moment pull you off center. You sip life, you observe it, then you respond with intention. Sip, observe, and respond, because not everything deserves your immediate reaction. Some things are meant to be watched first, understood first, felt fully before you decide what it is. That's where your power is now. It's in your pause. It's in your awareness. It's in your control. Sip, observe, respond. You don't match chaos anymore. You study it. You don't chase clarity. You let it reveal itself. And when you do speak, move, or choose, it lands different, because it was never impulsive. It was intentional. So tonight, no reacting just to react. No energy given without purpose. No losing yourself in what doesn't deserve your full attention. You stay composed. You stay aware. You stay elevated. Now say it with me, glasses high. I take my time and I choose wisely. I observe before I engage, and I move with clarity. I protect my energy, and I respond with intention. I got it, and I don't rush what deserves awareness. And tonight, I sip, I observe, and I respond like everything I do has weight to it. And if you believe that deep down on the inside, baby, let's toast. And my dears, if you came into my beautiful city with your heart set on hell and your spirit set on negativity, I just want to let you know that in the Champagne City, baby, we don't do no trolls.
Yeah. Out on patrol. Where they at? Point them out that troll. Troll buses on patrol. Hey, hey, hey. Troll buses on patrol, troll patrol. Clamp down, shut them out, tow that troll. Click clap, log them out, fold that troll. Whole chair, chanting now, roast that troll. Roast that troll. Troll buses on patrol, troll patrol. Yeah, big boots, stomp them out, roll that troll. Roll it, cap lock, drag them out, scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls. You type to little mole that troll. Live in my crib, little bowl cut troll. Grease on your keys, little old stain troll. Bridge so hot, screen cold from the troll. You a bridge bottom, did water troll. Wi-Fi weak, one bar in your soul. Profile pic, just an egg on a pole. Whole existence on whole set troll. Saying fake pages, same lane troll. Catfish, but you can't say that troll. Talk big game, but you fold like a scroll. We just laugh, hit mute on the troll. Troll buzzers on patrol, troll patrol. Wait. Clamp down, shut them out, tow that troll. Click, clack, log them off, fold that troll. Whole chat, chanting now, roast that troll. Roast that troll. Troll buzzers on patrol, troll patrol. Big boots, stomp them out, roll that troll. Cap lock, drag them out, scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls. You a damn rock, mouse grown troll. Lil' dust might all brand troll. Fry or hair, little egg roll troll. Keyboard chrome, snap pad troll. You a bad C, no roll troll. Big talk, zero gold troll. DM tough in the street, so cold. See us live on your spine, made a jello troll. You a trash bag, half torn troll. We a whole squad, patrol, that scroll. On the fly swatter, you the mad ass troll. She the boot heel, flatten that troll. Go home, go home, troll. Oh, room, yeah, log off, troll. Log off, home, go, home, troll. Whole room, yeah, grab, troll. Troll busters is on patrol, troll patrol. Slam down, shut them out, tow that troll. Click, clack, log them off, fold that troll. Whole chat, chanting now, roast that troll. Roast that troll. Troll buses on patrol, troll patrol. Yo, big boots, stomp them out, roll that troll. Cap lock, drag them out, scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls.
No trolls in the Champagne City. Got it? Got it. Good. Troll busters on patrol with our inauthentic content. Yep, gonna keep playing it YouTube because I created it. It's my song. It's my video. I created it YouTube. I'm gonna keep playing it along with the countdown intro. Now, demonetize that. For those of you who still want to support the Champagne City, you can. If you saw it pop up, we do have a champagne store now on 4th Wall. It is called the Champagne Factory, and we do have some champagne merch. The Aga with Your Mama gear is available in the Champagne store, as well as our Champagne City official merchandise. If you're not into clothes, there's some purses, there's some bags with the logo. Lord, what else is over there? Y'all, we got a custom set of Champagne City cards, playing cards, with the Champagne City logo on it. So please go check out if you want to support the channel. I have instructed all of my members to cancel your memberships because we did get demonetized We did not reach full monetization, but at 500 subscribers, you can unlock memberships, super chats, and super thanks. And apparently, YouTube does not like the fact that I play my countdown in every video instead of using theirs, and I use my Trollbusters song. So, because they don't like it, cancel your memberships, because I'm not going to stop. Not going to stop. I'm a producer. I'll produce. So, enjoy. But let's get into this David stuff. If y'all know, we left off talking about the autopsy, and I do want to get back into the autopsy. But before we get into that, I want to show you this. So this actually came up. If you guys remember when I showed you, let me put a little music in the background. Hold on. All right, if y'all know, we started off showing the press conference, and in court you saw that they were going back and forth over the medical examiner files being released. And this is when I told y'all that I feel like the prosecutors are in trouble, because the first thing they said was about making sure that the files were released, and the defense attorney said, well, y'all should know what's going on. Y'all the ones got it blocked. So for context, let me show you this statement from the medical examiner office regarding this case. So November 24th, 25 at 10:54 a.m. on Friday, November 21st, the County of LA Department of Medical Examiner received a court order initiated by the LA Police Department to place a security hold on medical examiner case number 2025-14252, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. No records or details associated with the case, including the cause and manner of death and medical examiner report, can be released or posted on the website until further notice. The department's mission is to have full transparency with the community by providing information about our cases to empower people to make changes to save lives, said Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Odi Ukpo. Since becoming the department head, I've worked on eradicating the practice of placing security holds on medical examiner cases simply by law enforcement request. The practice of security holds is virtually unheard of in other counties and has not been proven to improve the outcomes in the legal system. We are dedicated to serving our community with full transparency. However, the law precludes us from doing so while the court order remains in this case. The department previously received a request for a security hold from the LAPD on this case on September 15, 2025, which was denied due to insufficient justification to warrant the hold. The department understands the public's interest in this case and remains committed to transparency when possible. Information will be made available once the court order is lifted. For questions, yada, 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 contact the LAPD. So I wanted to show you guys this to show you that the medical examiner was saying from the beginning, look, we trying to be transparent in this case. We want to let the public know what we found, what we know, what we don't know from the beginning. But the hold originally came from the LAPD. I'm wondering, is one of the questions going to be asked in the preliminary hearing why the LAPD wanted this information held until now? Because if you look, this was November 21st. We're now in May. He was arrested in April. So why such a long time withholding these documents? As they stated, it's not like releasing it was going to change anything. I don't know. Drop in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you think they're trying to cover something? Do you think they're trying to hide something? Or do you think releasing the medical examiner's report at the time, if they would have released it, it would have damaged their case because they still don't have evidence to support what's going on in the medical examiner's report? Drop in the comments to let me know. Let's get back to the autopsy report. In a second, as soon as I get it to refresh.
I'm the type pulling back, then I crash on you. You the spark in my glass when it catches blue.
Here we go. Get back to where we were. Okay, so we're gonna start back here, and this is just kind of the breakdown of what's going on from the detective and the medical examiner. So, synopsis: 2-hour autopsy notification request by LAPD robbery homicide Detective Byers. Information is preliminary and subject to change due to ongoing investigation. I still don't understand the subject to change. What are you gonna change? What your report was should be what your report is. There shouldn't be anything that changes. You can't change a statement once you submit it to the police. So why would information in their report be subject to change? According to the reported information, a passerby reported an abandoned black Tesla that was parked on the street to the LA Department of Transportation. Employees cited the vehicle on 9/3/25, impounded 9/5, towed 9/8. A manager noticed a foul smell emanating from the vehicle and reported it to the auto detective. I'm still telling you, I'm still saying what I'm saying. I've never heard of an auto detective before. Never. What cases does the auto detective solve? Just unalivings that happen in vehicles? Trucks, cars, maybe? Is this a new position or has it always been there? Because I've never heard of an auto detective. Detective Clore inspected the vehicle's front. He found a large black zipper bag with handles. He partially unzipped the bag, revealing a human torso and the back of a head. He pronounced death on scene at 1100 hours without medical intervention. There is no person of interest in custody at this time, and charges are pending. No weapon was found on the scene. So let's get more into the report, and this is the detective's narrative. I confirmed the criminalist response with criminalist Anthony Martinez at 1430 hours. I arrived on scene at 1519, that's 319, and cleared the scene at 1828. Senior forensic attendant Aparicio transported the remains to the Department of the Medical Examiner. It gives the location. It says, I spoke with LAPD. He prefaced his statement by informing me that this case was being actively transferred to LAPD Robbery Homicide Division. Gives the detective information and his number. Information is preliminary and subject to change due to the ongoing investigation. He told me that on 8/26/25, a passerby called the LA Department of Transportation to report an abandoned black Tesla parked on the street. The employee cited the vehicle on 9/3, impounded 9/5. This is a lot of what we already read. Due to the obvious signs of death, he pronounced death on scene at 1100 hours without medical intervention. There's no person of interest in custody at the time, and charges are pending. No weapon recovered. The identity was unknown at the time. This is what really takes me back to the whole TMZ case, because I told y'all the way that we found out about this case was TMZ broke it. And they broke it by saying that a source of theirs informed them that the body that was located in the Tesla was that of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And my question is still going to remain, how did they know that? Who is this source? And have the police questioned the source? Because it's interesting to me that TMZ would get information about the body that the police didn't have. Let's continue. Body examination. I observed the posterior head and torso lying prone in a body bag inside the front of a Tesla. Her head was oriented toward the north. She appeared to be indeterminate age and ethnicity with dark hair and natural teeth. She was wearing a tube top, underwear, leggings, and socks. That's another thing that is important because leggings was not mentioned in the medical examiner's report that we covered. So, kind of confused as to where the leggings went. Medical examiner's report noted underwear and noted a tube top and noted lacerations on the legs. No mention of leggings. I don't think socks, if I'm remembering correct. Now, if I'm incorrect, somebody drop in the comments and let me know. But from what I remember, I don't remember a mention of leggings. I observed multiple holes in the front and back of the tube top. She was missing both arms above the elbows and both legs above the knees. Underneath the body bag was a black trash bag that contained the apparent compiled bilateral arms and legs. They appeared to have been dismembered into several fragments. She was in an advanced state of decomposition, demonstrated by foul odor, discoloration, liquefaction, insect activity, partial skeletonization, and skin slippage. So her skin had begun to slip from her bones. I noted an approximate 1-inch linear defect on her abdomen and a circular defect on her left flank. The left ring and pinky fingers appear to have been mutilated. I did not locate them during my scene examination. She has a tattoo that reads "shh" on the inside of the right index finger. I did not observe any other discernible scars or tattoos. Now, this is another thing, too. The left pinky fingers appear to have been mutilated. I did not locate them during my scene examination. So, her pinky fingers are missing and destroyed, according to this. Now, if we go back to, you remember we covered, hold on one second. Let me see if I still have it. Or did I delete it? Hold on. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Here we go. I'm going to just pull it back up. So if y'all remember when we covered this, right? And we were talking about a lot of people are associating David and what happened with this story. And this is an anime story. And a lot of people are really thinking that what David did to Celeste mimics this anime. Hold on 1 second. This is MPD Psycho. MPD stands for multiple personality disorder. Psycho. So I guess it's not enough to just be psycho. You got to have a multiple personality disorder while you're psychotic with it. So this is how do I say this? So one storyline reportedly involves the main character or an alter unaliving his wife. This is in the MPD Psycho. He dismembers her with specific details like missing left side fingers, including ring and pinky in some interpretations. Now, this is what really made me think of the autopsy report where her pinky's missing. and how maybe people may be onto something with David being highly influenced by this character. We do know in the interviews that David has done that he has a great affinity to anime and manga. I don't know what mango is. I do know what anime is. I'm an avid Dragon Ball Z fan. As a lot of people are today, are into anime. But apparently, he's into the darker versions of anime. Do you think this could possibly be a situation of life imitating art? Hold on 1 second. Let's get back to it. So the left ring and pinky fingers appear to have been mutilated. And I did not locate them during the scene of examination. So they're gone. Takes me back, like I said, to MPD Psycho's storyline. The decedent was not ID viewable due to decomposition of face and was not live scanned due to waterlogged fingers. This is another thing that takes us back to the frozen aspect. If you guys remember, we talked a lot about her potentially being frozen. And to me, that's the only thing that would make sense as to how her body was able to be preserved and not smell for as long as it did. She would have had to be in some state of being frozen, you would think. Unless someone can drop in the comments and let us know of another way to preserve a body for that amount of time. We're talking about 4 to 5 months. Now, this is another thing I had to think of, right? Now, I need y'all to follow me, right? Wait. Do I have it on the screen? Because I know I took it off. Let me put it back. Our golden chapeau is back on the screen. Put on your thinking hats. Just because he unalived her in April, let's say he dismembered her in May, that does not mean that her body was put in that vehicle right away. My question is starting to be, at what point was she put into that Tesla? And I don't think they have the timeline down because it doesn't make sense. She would have smelled by then. Think about it. It's summer months. You're talking about heat, and you're talking about in the front of a Tesla, sealed. She's in a back. She would have. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it'll come out in the preliminary hearing that she was in a freezer in the house and then put in the Tesla before he went on tour, so nobody would find it in the house. Formaldehyde. Let me see. I'm finna have a conversation with ChatGPT real quick. Hold on, y'all. So this is what ChatGPT says. Formaldehyde can preserve human tissue, but not in a keeps a whole body perfectly unchanged for months on end in any condition kind of way. Of course, we know that. It preserves, it doesn't freeze time. A body will gradually change, just much slower, chemically altered pace. So then I asked it, what about smell? It says, yeah, smell is actually one of the first things people think about. And formaldehyde does something there, but it's not a magic no smell switch. Here's what really happens. Formaldehyde has a very strong, sharp odor on its own. Think chemical, almost metallic, irritating to the nose. In embalming rooms, that smell is pretty noticeable. It temporarily slows decomposition, so it can delay the usual rotting odors caused by bacteria breaking down tissue. But it doesn't eliminate smell entirely. If anything, it replaces one type of smell with another. So basically, they're saying that with formaldehyde, you would smell it. Even if you wouldn't smell her, you would smell it. So I did look up the dry ice, Nisi, yesterday, and with dry ice, it 24 to 48 hours. That's it. The body would naturally, within 24 to 48 hours, according to ChatGPT, start going back to its natural, texture. So it would start smelling after about 48 hours. Throw them out there, y'all. As y'all throw them out, I'm gonna talk to ChatGPT and see if we can figure it out, because it's getting on my nerves. Let's continue. Okay. 9/16 at 08:15 hours. Dr. Law positively identified her as Celeste Abigail Rivas Hernandez via dental radiograph comparison. So dental records. Her parents were notified on 9/16. Now I need to check something really quick. Stay with me. I just want to know when TMZ broke this story. Give me 1 second. Hey, if you new to the Champagne City, we like to do fireside chats over here. Ain't no telling where our stories will lead. So buckle up, buttercup. Let me see. If anybody else can find it, drop in there and let me know. When did they break the story about about Celeste? Okay. Trying to scroll back. Shocking twist, 7 months. Still trying to scroll. Hey, YouTube, don't show stuff in order. I tell you what, I'm gonna look it up for our next show when we talk about David, because now I'm really interested to know, did TMZ break this case before September 16th or after? Because from what we know, TMZ were the ones came out, as I stated before, and said that they had a secret person on the inside giving them information. The tissue donation not addressed. Autopsy notification, 2-hour autopsy. Evidence, leggings collected. Underwear collected. Socks ×2 collected. Shirt collected. Body bag collected. Body bag handles, top and bottom, collected. Body bag side handles collected, so that they cut them off to test them, separately. Hair kit collected. Insects collected. Swab of the handles, the zippers, toenail DNA reference. Trace 1 blue plastic pieces on the right leg were collected. Trace 2 blue plastic pieces on legs and arms collected. Trash bag collected. Zipper top and bottom was also collected. The laboratories, let me see. So this timeline of events, September 8th, they received the request from the medical examiner. 2:58, they departed FSC for the scene with the senior criminalist. 3:27, they arrived at the scene. 4:04, they processed the evidence. 8:40, they departed. They went back, completed the evidence collection. Scene description. The scene occurred in a parking structure at 1015 North Mansfield Avenue, LA, California, 90038. On the second floor of the parking structure was a black Tesla Model X with a Texas license plate. The Tesla was parked facing east with multiple cars nearby. She was in an enclosed storage compartment, and I'm saying she because I want us to continue to remember she was a person. She wasn't a dissident. She wasn't a body. She wasn't a corpse. She's a she. She's a baby. She's a baby girl. She's a baby girl whose life was cut short by a monster. I say by a group of monsters, because I still don't think David acted alone. Prior to my arrival, the front was open, the body bag was unwrapped and open to view. She was dismembered and was inside a black body bag and a black trash bag. She was severely decomposed, and there was decomposition fluid on the outside and inside of the bags. She was a female and had dark hair with decomposition fluid and insect activity. Insect activity was observed on the body and the body bag. The body bag had double zipper, 3 handles on each length side, and a handle on the top and bottom within. The body bag took most of the front space. Inside the front, the body bag contained her head and torso in a prone position. Her head pointed north, her thighs pointed south. The trash bag was at the south end of the front beneath the body bag. The trash bag was tied and contained her dismembered limbs, arms with hands, and legs with feet. Her arms were cut and removed at bicep, and the legs were cut and removed above and below the knee. Before moving the body bag, the handles and zippers were swabbed. The body bag and trash bags were moved from the front and placed on a plastic sheet. She was then removed from the bags and put on another plastic sheet. She was left-handed. Her left hand was missing the ring and pinky fingers. So, again, if y'all remember, hold on, let's go back. So, are y'all telling me that this is a copycat of an anime? So this would make you have to ask, do you think this was planned all along? I know what the police are saying about, he ambushed her because she was about to snitch or all of that. But do you think it was planned? Because now we have missing pinky and ring finger. That's missing. That matches this. Do you think this is life imitating art? I told you we're at a day and age where people don't know how to separate the two. They don't. You have kids who play GTA who want to go on the streets and reenact the live action version of it. Do you think Celeste Hernandez's departure was him reenacting a live action version of MPD Psycho? Or do you think it was just a situation that went bad? Hold on. Okay, let's get back. Where were we at? She was wearing a discolored tube top shirt, discolored underwear, black leggings, and black socks. The shirt appeared to have 3 cut artifacts. The leggings were cut around the knees, with the upper portion on the torso and the lower portions rolled down to both ankles and the feet. At the cut site of the right leg attached to the torso, there were small blue plastic pieces. Also, the legs and arms from the trash bags had small blue plastic pieces at the cut sites. Evidence collected. I collected the following items of evidence on September 8th, 25. They were released to ME evidence custodian A. Gonzalez on September 11th, 25 at 09:33 hours, except insects, body bag, and trash bag. The insects were released to ME evidence custodian September 11th, 25 at 09:50 hours. Hair kit collected in a hair kit and packaged and sealed into a black biohazard bag. Insects collected in a plastic container with 70% alcohol and packaged and sealed in a brown paper bag. The following items were packaged into an individual swab box. You got the inside of the handles, the zippers from both sides. The following were cut from the body bag, packaged and sealed individually into a PE envelope. The body bag handles on each side, there was 2. There was 6 on one side, and the zippers from the top and the bottom. The following items were collected, wrapped in separate white paper bundles, sealed individually into a PE envelope. The blue plastic pieces from the right leg attached to the torso and from the legs and the arms. Following items were collected, placed into the same biohazard bag. 3 pieces from the leggings, underwear, shirt, and socks. The following items were collected, placed and sealed in the same black biohazard double bag, and that was the body bag and the trash bag, and then you have the signatures there. That was the full ME report of what this baby had to go through. When I tell y'all, this is absolutely sickening, and what makes it even more sickening is the fact that they're just trying to say that one person did it. Now, is it possible David could have did this on his own? Absolutely. Or in the words of Pascal, D4vd could have done it. Absolutely, he could have done it on his own. Hell, we watched a man with no arms, legs, toes, fingers, feet, nothing, pull the trigger of a gun and load a crossbow. So absolutely it can be. Do I think it was done? No. Are you in it? So here's my thing, y'all. You got to think of the area, unless you're telling me this was not done in the house. And let me tell you why I don't think this was done in the house, right? Hold on. We're going to go here. I showed you this. Now we got a collection of things we need to look at really quick. I want to show you this from police department. I hate when they do that. Hold on one second. Let me fix it. I just gotta add some little technical stuff to it, y'all. Just give me 1 second. One second. I have to go get a CSS code, y'all. Here I come. There we go. There we go. Y'all, she got to get into some technical stuff while she on here. So, y'all, this is from LAPD. This was their post, and it says April 20th, 2026, singer David charged with capital murder of a 14-year-old girl. Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman announced that musician David Anthony Burke, hold on one second. Known as David, was charged today for unaliving 14-year-old Celeste R., whose body was found decomposed and dismembered in his car that had been impounded in September 25. Celeste was just a child under 14 years old, and I hate when they do this. Let me tell you why I hate when they do this, because this baby was 11. She was 11 when she met this predator and started being groomed. 11. That's why the family gets no praise from me. You don't get sympathy. This baby was 11 years old, and y'all should have been raising hell from 11 till 14 till she showed up. When I tell y'all that my baby girl, when she was, ooh, Lord, between the ages of 12 and 15, took me through there. Do you hear me? When I tell you she got into everything possible known to man that she could possibly get into. I went to the police department and I told the police, I said, can y'all please lock her up? Please don't. The police officer looked at me and asked me, what do you want me to do? She's your responsibility till she turns 18 years old. I'm looking at him like, yeah, but y'all laws is allowing these kids to be out here doing what they want to do. He looked at me, he said, ma'am, I'm so sorry. He said, but the laws in this city have changed so much so that the children have all of the power. And if we arrest them, the only thing that they're going to do is give them a slap on the wrist. They got to get put in front of the judge so many times that the judge get tired of seeing them. Then the judge will do something about it. The way it's set up now, they give them a slap on the wrist until they turn about 18 years old, and then at 18 they want to hang them. This baby was 11 years old. I fought tooth and nail for my daughter. What do you mean give up? She came out of me. There's no such thing as give up. I will tap dance with Satan himself over one of my children. What do you mean 11 years old? I told my sons the street can't have you. Told my daughter the same thing. If you think the streets is hell, try going up against mama. Try that. Gen X. Try that. No, she wasn't under 14. She was 11. I need y'all to let that sink in. 11. What were you doing at 11 years old? Ladies, fellas, what were you doing at 11? I don't know, at 11 we were sitting in front of the TV on Saturdays with a big bowl of cereal watching cartoons from like 6 o'clock in the morning until about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then after cartoons went off, we went outside and we was climbing trees and playing cans and playing double dutch and hopscotch and jacks and riding 10 speeds. And we were walking to the park as at 11, 10, 9, and 8. Walking to the park, and the park wasn't at the end of the block. It was about 3 blocks away. This baby was 11. Don't say she was under 14. Give her the justice she deserves. She was 11. At a time she should have been in the house protected. What do you mean you don't know where your 11-year-old is? And you not busting down streets and doors. The hell you mean sending the police to get your 11-year-old? No, knock, knock, nigga, open up. Or I'm coming in. I will huff and puff and blow your damn door down over my 11-year-old. I don't need the police for this one. The police can see me later. But I'm about to see you now over mine. No, the family don't get, they don't get sympathy. No, they don't. No, they don't get accolades. Let's continue. Hold on one second. So, when David Anthony Burke allegedly engaged in repeated lewd and lascivious sexual relations with her, District Attorney Hockman said, so she was under 14, she was 11 when he began this stuff with her. But Burke's actions did not allegedly stop there. When she threatened to expose his criminal conduct and devastate his musical career, Burke allegedly unalived her, cut her body up, and stuffed her body in 2 bags that were placed in the front trunk of his car. There, the dismembered body sat for over 4 months, decomposing until it was found in the tow yard on September 8, 2025. This is incorrect, and this is why I have a problem with this case. No, it did not just sit there. That car was moved back and forth across the street until it finally stopped being moved and was reported abandoned. Somebody was moving this car back and forth across the street. It did not sit there. So this is what's leading me to believe he did not act alone. Did not act alone. There, the dismembered body sat for over 4 months, decomposing. This horrific and gruesome unaliving committed by the charged sexual predator is shocking and appalling. To Celeste's loved ones, we will get justice. The justice you seek. Oh, shut up. They don't deserve no justice. They deserve to be locked up right along with his ass. That's what they deserve. Burke was charged in case with 1 count each of red rum, continuous sexual abuse of a child under the age of 14. How about at the age of 11, 12? You mean under 14? That just 14 could mean 13. 13 is a teenager. This 11 is a baby. That's why I have a problem with the number 14. 14 is halfway to 18. 11 should still be in the house, in the bed, watching TV, playing with dolls, cartoons, building forts in the house, imagining. Homework, maybe. So that opens up another portal. Because what you're telling me is we're dealing with a young lady who died with no education. Because was she going to school during this time? And if she was going to school for any period of this time, you telling me that the parents didn't show up at the school saying, hey, you ain't been at home. Yeah, come on. If my daughter shows up at school today, give us a call because she's a runaway. So what I did with my daughter, they didn't do it with 11, 12, 13-year-old. They didn't get any truancy notices from the 11, 12, 13-year-old. Y'all get them. They didn't. The school didn't threaten to arrest them because she wasn't at school. Y'all got to deal with that. But they didn't. Now, according to what they're saying, they're allegedly saying that David would go to the school and pay off her classmates to give her phones. So if she was at school, but she was also a runaway, did the school know? Is the school complicit in this as well? Or somebody at the school? Did they know this was going on and turned a blind eye because of who he was and because he had money? A lot of y'all will sell y'all souls for money. So I know y'all don't give a damn about your kids. The criminal complaint also includes special circumstances, alleged allegations of red rum of a witness, red rum for financial gain, and lying in wait, as well as special allegations that Burke personally used a deadly and dangerous weapon, a sharp instrument to commit the crime. Arraignment is scheduled in Department of Folks Criminal Justice Center. On April 23rd, 25, Burke invited the victim to his home in Hollywood Hills. She arrived at the defendant's home and was never seen again. Here's my question. If she was invited there, that means she wasn't there to begin with. So where was she? Where was she at when she was invited to his house? Because she's supposed to be a runaway. She's supposed to be missing. So at least you have somebody else here harboring a minor. You put on your golden chapeau. You got to read what's not being said when you're reading what's being said. If he invited her, she was not with him. Where was she? If she was at home, then the parents are trifling ass liars. If she was somewhere else, where was she at? Because they were harboring a minor. Either way, it adds more people to this case than just David, and the prosecution is trying to pin it all on David. Which is where, in my opinion, they're going to slip up and make a mistake. September 8th, she was found. It was impounded. If convicted as charged, he faces death or life in state prison without the possibility of parole. A decision on whether to seek the death penalty will be made at a later date, because you got to remember, this still has to go to preliminary hearing. They can say they have all this, but everything they claim they have to present it in the preliminary hearing. And the preliminary hearing is what's going to determine whether or not he's going to stay in jail and face charges for this or not. That's what's going to be interesting to me. Hold on. Let's continue, because we got a few things to check out before we get out of here. Y'all enjoying the show? I hope y'all are enjoying the show, because y'all know I do all this free of charge. I do this because I love to produce. That's why I do this. So I hope y'all enjoying the show. Please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you want to support the channel, you absolutely can. There's the Cash App on the screen. It is the same as the channel name minus the TV. It is $ Champagne Secrets. Everything that you see is created by me. So send some love my way. I would appreciate it. Also, please check out the Champagne store, the Champagne Factory on 4th Wall. I would appreciate it. The link is in the chat. Okay, now I need to check out some stuff on Reddit. I want us to check out David's page. So this is David's Reddit page. Is it gonna come up? Hold on. Let's try this again. Here we go. This is David's Reddit page. Oh, this gets on my nerve. Let me do it this way, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna just do it like this. Alright, here we go. So, we'll do it like this. This is David's Reddit page right here. So, no, not this one. I'm a king, I'm a queen. Here we go. We're gonna go to X. His page is still up. I was shocked that it was up. As you see, September 7th, 25, Withered Deluxe, Marcusence. Now, it's interesting, that word, which is a big word for him. Now, I want to show you something, Marcusence, what this word means. Marcusence is the botanical phenomenon where certain deciduous trees and shrubs retain their dead brown leaves through the winter and into the spring rather than dropping them in autumn. Common in young oaks, beeches, and witch hazels, this retention occurs because the plant delays forming and whatever layer at the base of the leaf, whatever that word is, petiole, however you pronounce it. So he has an obsession with dead things and retaining dead things. Do you think, you remember when we covered this before and I told y'all that I'm really starting to believe that this case is really a lot darker than any of us know? And by the time the truth comes out in this case, it's probably going to be a lot darker and sickening than any of us think. What do you think this means for David with retaining dead things? Do you think he was planning to get rid of her, or somehow was he planning to keep her as a trophy? Which one do you think? Based on his obsession with that word and what it means. So you see here, this is his album cover, and as you see in the background, what do those look like? Do those look like kids jumping around? You see ponytails. Although you do see a lot of older women now and, young women now wearing ponytails. Ponytails like this with this outfit on, this signifies to me school children. He clearly does not look the same as them. They look like they're jumping, playing, running, skipping as children does. He looks like he's standing over in the distance with his hands in his pockets. He's not even exhibiting the same behavior as them. This is why I'm thinking this album cover had children. Those are children playing in the background. Let's continue and see what else we see. And it's crazy because I didn't know who this boy was until this case broke. So this is one of his videos, I guess, for Fortnite. I won't play it for copyright. Our first official Fortnite anthem, Locked and Loaded. For y'all that don't know, David started out with streaming, playing games. He was a gamer. I'm really starting to wonder if this is, for him, is just all one big game. Or them, because y'all know we covered 764, and I'm wondering if he was also a part of 764. Billie Eilish is his biggest inspiration. Just scrolling through. And if you go through and look at pictures of David, you can see a transition or a transformation in him. You really can. So I would really wonder. I would really wonder what the terms of his contract was with Interpol. Who found him, what that conversation was, what was promised. I really want to know. Because the more he stepped into his role as D4vd, the musician, you start seeing a transformation. Here, he looks like he might like boys as well. That's no tea, no shade towards anyone who is gay. Please, that's not towards that. But if you look at images of him when he started out singing and then transitioned to this, do you think David was struggling with his identity? Or do you think he did not know who he was? He liked Frank Ocean. And, well, tomato, tomato. I was trying to see if he had any other streams that he kept up on here. This is him performing on stage. And he had a lot of people coming to hear him sing, and I had never heard of this boy before. Had y'all heard? Drop a 1 in the chat if you had heard about David before any of this. Drop a 2 in the chat if you had not heard about David before any of this. It's another anime. This was in August. So sad. No guidance, no direction. Whole future, whole world in front of him. And this is what you decide to do with the privilege that you were given, with the opportunity. And this is the fear that I have when we have an industry and a world that just throws fame, fortune, money, power, prestige, all of this into the hands of immature individuals. You handed a $6 million contract to a baby. Did you give him guidance? Financial counselor? Did you give him a life coach? I don't know. Have him sit down with a Jan Van Zandt or something. What did you hand them besides a check and tell them, yep, go off, have fun. Have fun. Do you? Now you have children who have the means and the motive, or should I say the means to bring to pass their motives with no boundaries. Because unlimited money gives you unlimited boundaries. Now you're able to bring to pass all of those sick, twisted fantasies that you might have down on the inside. Do you think this should be something said about these music labels who are handing money to minors? Or, bigger question yet, do you think minors should be given this kind of money? Maybe that's a conversation to have. Let's look at... go here. So this right here says proof David was with Celeste in 2022. So this is a page of hers on I think Reddit, and a lot of people think this is actually Celeste's page. Always with that Band-Aid on your nose, shaking my effing head. This is another reason why they think this is Celeste, because she's responding to David, and this is kind of banter that they used with each other. As you see, another response. She's telling David to get off her stuff. Another response. So it says down here, I believe this account on X is Celeste Rivas. She was already with David back in 2022, making her freshly turned 12 from 11. This might even be her voice on the background of this video. David is a pedophile and a child murderer. He cut off his girl's limbs and concealed her in the front of his Tesla. There's no doubt he did this. I am still coming across stuff I've never seen before. LAPD has to have a mountain of evidence on this. If he does not get charged, we are going to know there was a major cover-up. I'm serious. Arrest this man today. I think more people at this point need to admit it's weird as F. He hasn't been arrested yet. Instead of saying be patient, all of the deadlines we supposed to have, like February, according to TMZ, or late March, according to others, have came and went, and not a peep. And now we know why, because a lot of the evidence is extremely circumstantial. Let's see. Now this here is what he's saying, footage of the garage. You see them walking in. This is where they feel like Celeste's body was dismembered at. I disagree, and I'm going to show you why in just a second. Now, here's the thing, right? Because they're saying this was actually something that he had going on in his house after she was unalive. The space behind the curtain is actually the garage. So basically they're saying he's extremely sick for having people at his house after this allegedly happened to her in the same space. I would like to know from y'all, do y'all think David did it? Or do you think he didn't act alone? He did it, but he didn't act alone. Now I want you to look at the items. David bought 2 chainsaws, body bag, burn cage, and a shovel after unaliving Celeste. So it says David went on Amazon and purchased a couple chainsaws after he stabbed Celeste and stood by while she bled out. This according to prosecutors in the case. According to new docs filed by prosecutors, investigators claim the singer stabbed Rivas to death in his Hollywood Hills home, April 23rd, 25, after ordering an Uber to bring the 14-year-old all the way from her family's home. I thought she was missing. That's what they told us. The family never came out and told us that she was missing, but she went back home and left. Did they tell y'all that? Because they didn't tell me that. But let's continue. Once she was there, prosecutors alleged David stabbed Celeste to death. Now, this is alleged. They don't know. And if you remember from the medical examiner's report, it clearly says that the 2 wounds that prosecutors are basing their entire case on, it says these 2 wounds may be the cause of death. Not are. Not factually, emphatically, without a shadow of a doubt, are the cause of death. But it says may. May and are 2 different words. It also continues to say that we are saying this is the cause of death in absence of anything else that could be the cause of death. So because we can't see any other viable reason as to why she's no longer here, we're saying if you look at this through a telescope with a lens inside a glass filled with water, lifted up to the sky, pointed into the sun, you should be able to see that this is the cause of death. Because that's how we see it. And I feel like the defense attorney is going to eat it alive. Eat it completely up. Simply because the ME said may. It may make your entire case circumstantial and hinged off of may. In order for you to convince a jury that he is guilty, that may has to turn into a fact. It has to become positive. I don't know that it can be. About a week later, on May 1st, they allege he purchased 2 chainsaws from Amazon. So basically, they're saying he sat with her body in the house from April 23rd to May 1st. Also delivered to his home, and 4 days later, followed up by buying a body bag, heavy-duty laundry bags, and a blue inflatable pool. They claim David made the purchases under the fake name Victoria Mendez. Now, here's the thing. How are they going to say that it was him? How do they know it wasn't somebody else? That's what I would be looking to see. How are you able to emphatically state that David is Victoria Mendez? The Star allegedly placed Rivas' body into the blue inflatable pool to prevent her blood from spilling all over the garage floor. Prosecutors say he then used a chainsaw and possibly other tools to cut off her limbs with gruesome detail. Prosecutors claim David amputated the ring and pinky fingers on Celeste's left hand because she had a tattoo of his name on her ring finger, which has not been recovered. When detectives searched David's rental home in September, authorities say they found evidence consistent with dismemberment of the body in an inflatable pool, which contained multiple linear cuts. Several biological samples, which tested positive for blood, were collected within the garage area. The medical examiner's report noted there were blue plastic fragments consistent with the blue pool material, according to prosecutors, found embedded in Celeste's body parts. As for when David and Rivas met, prosecutors claim it was in 22 when she was just 11. That's why I don't understand why they keep saying under 14. No, you should be talking about 11 years old. But because probably they can't specifically identify when it started, that's why they're saying under 14 to make sure they're safe. But for me, it desensitizes and takes away from the fact that she was actually 11 when it started, not 14. A baby, not a teenager. Prosecutors also say it's clear when David knew she was a minor, Celeste's family first reported her missing in February and April 24, and according to docs, Riverside County Sheriff's deputy called David on February 17th after finding his number in Celeste's phone records. He claimed he had last spoken with her on February 13th or 14th, but also said he didn't know she was a minor or missing. They say Celeste returned home 2 days later, and her parents took her phone. Although he would now be aware that she was underage, prosecutors say David got back in contact with Celeste by paying a student in her class $1,000 to deliver a cell phone David had purchased for her. Now, another question is, that student that got the $1,000, what did they do with it? Did the parent know? What did the parents say when their child came home with $1,000? Prosecutors say throughout 24, I'll tell you what, they didn't care. They probably took some and told them to get whatever they needed for the house and just let them have it. Because parents today don't care where their kids come in the house with money from as long as they come in with money. Let's talk about it. Prosecutors say throughout 2024, they traveled together as a couple to Las Vegas, London, and Texas, where she met his family. There were plenty of texts and explicit photographs during this time that make it clear they were having sex, according to the docs. The night before Celeste allegedly took the fateful 90-minute Uber ride to David's home, prosecutors say they had a fight over text about her being jealous. He was hooking up with other women. She's a child, remember. She threatened to disclose damaging information about her relationship with him to end his career and destroy his life. David's first studio album was scheduled to be released April 25th, just 3 days after that fight. Prosecutors allege David started covering his tracks almost immediately. Celeste arrived at his home at 10:10, but at 10:30 he sent texts to her phone asking where she was. DA office believed that was the part of the premeditated plan to cover up the unaliving. So basically they're saying that within 20 minutes of her being there, she was already gone. She arrived at 10:10. By 10:30, she's already deceased in his house, according to the police. At 11:30 that night, 1 hour after the alleged murder, David drove to Santa Barbara County, attempting to dispose of Celeste's property and destroy evidence, according to prosecutors, and returned home early on April 24th to do a radio interview to promote his album, Sick. April 26th, he allegedly sent his final text to Celeste's phone. Prosecutors claim David made 2 more trips to a remote part of Santa Barbara County after his chainsaw and body bag purchases on May 8th and May 31st, possibly to dispose of more evidence. They note Celeste's passport was found in the same area January 26th. July 7th, he ordered a burn cage from Amazon using the Victoria Mendez alias again, which prosecutors think he intended to use to incinerate evidence. As you know, Rivas' body was found. We know that part. Hold on, let me see. Because there was some pictures. He look rough. That don't look like a 21-year-old. That baby look almost 50. Is this the one? This is the picture, one of the pictures that was taken allegedly of David with friends, bribing them with money. Y'all, one thing that I'm gonna say to you young girls, y'all gonna get enough of threatening these men when you can't have what you want. And I understand she's a child. We're not talking about Celeste. We're talking about in general, because this is a thing and you see it more and more. When you can't get what you want to threaten in order to get it. You shouldn't want anyone that you have to threaten to be with. You shouldn't want anyone. David being arrested.
Champagne on my tongue, silk on my skin, undone. You lean in, say my name like a secret, like a sin. Coconut.
Yeah, this is sad on so many levels because it's making me wonder, like, what is really going on in the heads and the minds and the hearts of our young people, that this is really what they're turning to. This is insane. Okay, here's some items. I want you to see the items that were purchased. Is it in here? I don't know where the pictures went. There was pictures. Where did my pictures go? Hold on. Okay, here we go. So it says his plan exposed. So here's some pictures. These are pictures of David and Celeste together. As you see in the picture, she's always obscuring her face. She's always hidden, as if, you know, she's trying not to be seen, or she's trying not to have anyone know it's her. I really want to know if this was his idea, if this was her idea. Because what you got to understand about women, even young girls, is young girls are extremely smart. Girls are extremely smart. I've seen memes go around where they're asking, like, who cheats the most, right? And is it men or women? And you gotta honestly admit men cheat more, but women cheat smarter. I'm trying to help y'all fellas. I really am. Ladies, don't get mad at me. I'm just, let me let them know. Y'all cheat more, but we cheat smarter. If a woman gets caught cheating, it's because she was just being sloppy and she didn't care. Women are extremely methodical in what they do. So this really could have been her covering herself because she wanted to protect him, even as a child. You forget they've been intimate. A whole new door of foolishness unlocks when you're intimate. When hormones get unleashed, or a whole new monster, beast, is unleashed. That's why our parents used to tell us, oh, now you're smelling yourself. You got a little hair betwixt your legs. Now you're smelling yourself. They used to say stuff like that. Not because they done seen betwixt our legs. Some of y'all just sick. I can hear it in your head now. That's just what they said to us because they knew what puberty brought. To tell us, calm down. You doing too much now that you then got a little older. As you see, he's holding up a blade. Chainsaw. Chainsaw was used to dismember her body. I honestly think what happened is he attempted to do it with a knife first and realized that didn't work. So he went and got a chainsaw. Body bag. This is the car that I wanted to show y'all. Now, if y'all remember when we originally covered the case and we did a street view from Google Maps to show you what the car looked like, the car was shown on the street. So you gotta imagine right now, looking at this picture, her body was probably still in this car. The satellite images that was capturing overheads of the location was capturing this car looking like this. Now I want you all to look at this picture and tell me from this picture, do you still think her body was dismembered in the house? A car doesn't, look at the car in front of it. Look at the truck in front of it. A car does not, let me blow it up. Car don't get like this from just sitting. Car get like this from off-road. You're talking about LA. LA area, Arizona area, Vegas area. You're talking about mountains and you're talking about desert. You're talking about a lot of off-road terrain. These windows are completely obscured with muck. and dirt and grime and soot. This is why I do not think she was unalived. I'm sorry, I do not think she was dismembered in that house. Number one, if she was dismembered in the house, they would have had to bring the body out of the house and put it into the car. There would have been footage of that, but because there's cameras in the area. No one has stated there's camera footage of this car being driven into the garage or driven out. Matter of fact, they were saying it wasn't enough room because of the way he got the garage set up. So that would have to lead you to believe that somehow it did not take place in the house. Otherwise, what are you saying? He disrupted the video footage on the block so that he can get the body into the car? How did she get into this car without being seen? Burn cage. That's her headstone. I don't know, y'all. Drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think. What y'all think about the David situation? What do you think about the evidence in the case? Do you think it's premature? If you want my personal opinion in the situation, I feel like it's premature. Not because David didn't do it, but I really don't feel like the defense has all of their ducks in a row. I really don't. I feel like, yes, they got phone records. They got her showing up to the house. They have all of this. What they don't have, to me, is the smoking gun that says David did it and David did it alone. Remember, you got to connect him to the crime. You can have all the evidence you want to that connects him to the situation, but now they have to connect him to the crime, and I just don't feel like they have enough. I feel like everything is circumstantial. Remember, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. Let me see what y'all have to say. Progressive said, yes, a Tesla can be mobile commanded to move across the street or into a parking spot, but only if using the enhanced summon or actually smart summon ASS feature on private property. Yes, and I remember you found that for us before, but if he was overseas, it can't be remotely accessed from overseas. So that would mean if it was being done remote, well, can't say that because the and in the next video, maybe we'll pull back up the private investigator testimony, you know, since we not monetized anyway. We'll pull up the private investigator testimony and go back over what he said he found when he went into the house. Dismemberment is a sacrificial way of dishonoring demons. Wow. I seen a man call his Tesla back home after he rented it out. Driverless activity, yeah. Focused on financial and emotional support in the context of in-universe anime plot lines, such as person performing a heroic sacrifice. A person who passionately supports or pays tribute to an anime character is generally known as a devoted Oshi within the context of Oshikatsu or support activities. Interesting. Oshi. Sounds like he sacrificed her in the honor of some anime demon, allegedly. Now this is what I'm glad you say this, because this is what's starting to lead me down that dark path that I was telling y'all about, where I feel like by the time this is all unwrapped, unfolded, and presented, that we're going to find out that this is a lot darker than we think. When we looked at that boy's face sitting in that courtroom, I told y'all, I don't see emptiness. There's something there, It's extremely dark, and I don't know what it is. Most people, you look like when we covered the story of the 2 babies that was found in the suitcase. And I told you when I looked at her mother, she looked empty. She looked void. Like absolutely nothing was there. She was off in space. David did not have a void look. He didn't have a look of anger. He didn't have a look of irritation. He didn't have a look of happiness or soothingness. But there was something there that was extremely off. This story is going to get a lot darker before it gets lighter, unfortunately. I just want to know if more people are going to come out as involved or if this was actually just him. Let me see. Please make sure. That's what I wanted to do. Hold on. Let me show y'all this really quick. Really quick. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Hope you enjoyed. I want to make sure that y'all go check out the champagne shop. One second. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Wanted to just show y'all before we get out of here our champagne factory on fourthwall.com so that y'all can see our products. And there's going to be some more products in here. We got the Arga with Your Mama hat. My fellas told me to add some more hats, so we gonna add some more hats. We got the jogging pants that have the signature Champagne City logo. You got your Arga with Your Mama Not Me coasters. Yeah. You got a beach towel. You want to go chill at the beach. And I do get a portion of these proceeds because it is drop shipping, so you know they get their amount for creating it and I get my amount because you know they're my designs. If you want a clear tumbler with the Arga with Your Mama, this is my favorite right here. Go and get it, got to. The Champagne City camo cross bag with the Champagne City logo on it. Arga with Your Mama tote bag. If you in the coffee, as I am, you see the Champagne City logo there. You want a big bag with the Champagne City logo on it, you can get that. Signature Champagne City journal. Our signature t-shirt has the big card logo on the back, and on the front it's the small one. And I really love this, the Champagne City signature stainless steel tumbler. I will be getting mine this week. Here's your card collection. If you are into playing cards, you know, I'm a spades player. So if you into playing spades or whatever you play and you want your own custom deck of Champagne City cards, you can get them. You cook? Do you cook? Baby, get your Arga with Your Mama apron for all them people trying to tell you that your food don't have enough seasoning or it's got too much. Tell them the Arga with Your Mama, not me. Here's the Arga with Your Mama tumbler in yellow. I'm going to release those in different colors. Our signature Arga with Your Mama, sipping on the champagne. And this is another one. It's our With a Side of Chaos and a Dash of Casamigos tumbler. So if you want to get your champagne with a side of chaos and a dash of Casamigos, you can. And we also have a white book bag as well. Some of our latest videos are also on the channel. So if you can't figure out where the videos are, because, you know, sometimes YouTube be tripping and don't post my new videos that are premiering or my new lives, you can come right on the Champagne Factory and check it out. So go ahead and get your gear. We're going to be adding some more to it. The Mia Kratz is definitely going to be added to the list. So please get your gear. That's one way you can support the Champagne City, and I would greatly appreciate it. Niecy says she don't believe he acted alone either. I don't either, Niecy. Progressive said they said her and David were on and off. Did anyone talk to anyone else she allegedly dated? Did she not? Yes, she had a boyfriend who came out that basically said he left her for David. She left him for David. I concur. It's a bunch of Timmy Turners out here ready to erase everybody walking foolishly. Absolutely. We scroll down. The level of his following is crazy. I never heard of him winning any awards and never heard of him discussed in any circle. And I love music from Mahalia Jackson to NBA Youngboy. Don't judge me. The Spirit had a target audience. It really did. And if you think about it, there was a whole lot of people who stated that once they heard Romantic Homicide, they couldn't get it out their head. Like, it was eerie that they couldn't get it out their head. I need my chapeau. I gotta find somebody to make it. They don't have any gold hats on Fourth Wall that I can use, so I gotta use a different site to create the golden chapeau. If y'all know of any sites I can get me a custom hat made that can be our golden chapeau, please let me know. Spades is my game. I can make Two of Heart collect a book respectfully. I'm just saying. Well, y'all, that has been our show for tonight. Thank you for joining us in the Champagne City for another Sip, Savor, and Spill, for another Champagne Conversation. Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button, also the notification bell, so you'll be notified when we jump into whichever sector we jump into for another show. Consider supporting the channel. You can go to the Fourth Wall, hit the Champagne Factory, grab you some of that champagne gear, send me a picture to champagnesecrets@gmail.com, and I will definitely post it online with you and your champagne gear. Hit the Cash App if you want to support the channel. Your like, your view, your just sitting here chilling with me is just enough. Please and believe. Always remember, Champagne Gang, Fizz Fam, and Confidants. If it doesn't cause you to elevate, baby, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.
Stockings by the fire, but the room's ice cold. All of what you give, guess it came pre-sold. Found the lips on the best friend, the ribbons came untied. Unwrapped betrayal, under that you tied. Mistletoe hanging, but the vibe ain't sweet. So I'm tangled up where I used to keep my seed. The red I'm seeing ain't from no candy cane. Ain't no holly, ain't no jolly, just this burning pain. Christmas red, Christmas red. Fire in my head, yeah, the trust is dead. Tree lights flicker, but my mind's on rewind. Every I love you now feels weaponized. Eggnog spike, but it ain't numb in the sting. Her best friend took my crown, now I'm the fool king. Sleigh bells ringing, but they sound like alarms. Frosty outside, inside it's a storm. No chestnuts roasting, just my patience shot. Love ain't a present, it's a house of cards. The red I'm seeing ain't from no candy cane. Ain't no holly, ain't no jolly, just this burning pain. Christmas red is the fire in my head. Yeah, the trust is dead. Stockings by the fire, but the room's ice cold. yeah, the trust is there. Tree lights flicker, but my mind